What's going on, everybody? Let's have a little Bible study, shall we? So, today we're going to be reading Matthew chapter 26, verses 14 through 16. And it says, Then one of the 12, the one called Judas Iscariot, went to the chief priests and asked, What are you willing to give me if I deliver him over to you? So they courted, they counted out for him 30 pieces of silver. For then, from then on, Judas watched for an opportunity to hand him over. Um, and the him in this is Jesus. So on this fourth day of Holy Week, this Wednesday, it is a silent Wednesday because there isn't any recordings necessarily of what Jesus did, but there were still things going on in the background behind the scenes. And obviously, one of these silent things that was going on was Judas asking how much money he could get if he betrayed Jesus, and they offered him 30 pieces of silver, right? Which sounds like maybe not a lot, but I can't remember the numbers off the top of my head right now, but it was a significant amount of money. Um, but this is right before they go to the Last Supper, and we'll get to that. But if you guys know, you go to the Last Supper, and Jesus is like, look, I know somebody's going to betray me, and yada, yada, yada. The significance in that and how we relate it to now is the the great joy it is to have Jesus in our lives. That Jesus knows that we are not worthy. Jesus knows that we are going to betray him in a sense. Jesus knows that we are not going to live according to his perfect and permissible will, but he still is going to let us sit at the table. Isn't that amazing that Jesus knows that we are going to do all these egregious acts toward him, that we are going to sell him out, that we are going to deny him, that we are going to just do all of these things against God, that we are going to be against him, that we are going to sell him for those pieces of silver. And the way we sell Jesus for those pieces of silver is that we pervert our spiritual gifts, that we that we turn our churches into marketplaces, that we that we use our organizations for things that are not what they're supposed to be for, whether it be S rinks, whether it be you know illicit activities, selling things that are illegal. There's a lot of things that go on in the church house, in the body of Christ, that is selling selling Jesus for those 30 pieces of silver, right? And still Jesus allowed us to have a seat at the table. The same preachers and teachers and prophets and pastors who are not doing right by God or God's people, God still allowed them to have a seat at the table. But the seat at the table is only short-lived. However, Jesus could have done much more. Jesus could have ratted Judas out. Jesus could have told everybody, like, it's him, but he didn't. That's the kind of God that we serve, that even when we are not protecting him, he is still protecting us. And honestly, that's all I had to share for today. My prayer and my encouragement is that we understand that very last thing that I said. Even though we are not protecting Jesus, he is still protecting us. God is in the business of protecting your name, protecting your character, protecting your likeness, protecting your image, protecting you as a whole, and as a whole person, and as a whole being, and as a whole vessel within him, even though we do things against him. We deny him. We are ashamed of him publicly. We don't do what he asks us to do. We don't accept the callings that he has placed in front of us, but he is still in the protecting business of you. So with that being said, make sure you follow this guy right here. Make sure you like the video, share the video, favorite the video, comment on the video, repost the video, and do all the things, and all the things. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, love, and light. Bye.